Welcome back. Now this, Tesla tantrum. CEO Elon Musk shocking Wall Street last week with his antics on the earnings call. By calling analyst questions boring, bonehead questions, he backtracked on Friday after the stock took a huge hit, saying that it was foolish to ignore the analyst questions. My next guest has a different perspective on Musk's behavior. Joining us right now is Michael Sonnenfeldt. He is the chairman of Tiger 21. Michael, you've got members who mostly agree with how Musk handled that call. Tell us about it.
So Musk has done something. He's one of the great entrepreneurs of our time. In SpaceX, he's taken a pound that used to cost $40,000 to put into space, and it costs $1,200 now. He's completely changed that industry. Tesla the same. So Tesla as a stock up and down, but as an entrepreneur, he's one of the great entrepreneurs of our time.
So was it okay that he basically said, I mean, they wanted to know about liquidity issues. They wanted to know why the company burned so much cash. And he said, look, these are all bonehead questions.
Yeah, I don't think they're bonehead questions. I think many entrepreneurs get out over their skates, and people are wondering whether Tesla is overpriced or underpriced. But I would separate that from he's still one of the great entrepreneurs of our time.
But is the question, so everybody kind of acknowledges he's a great entrepreneur, is the question whether he can make the transition to the guy who can run a scaling business, right? I mean, it's Model 3s. We want to see Model 3s produced consistently. He's sleeping on the factory floor. We can't seem to get that done. I mean, is he at that point where his skill set needs to change and he can't do that?
Most of our members created great businesses all across North America. We have 600 members. Everyone went through this transition. You don't, it fits and starts. It's the role of the entrepreneur is fail, succeed, fail, and move on. So he's acting like a typical entrepreneur, but in the public light and at a scale that we've never seen before.
I love what he did this weekend, because basically the Warren Buffett, Berkshire Hathaway shareholders meetings going on, and Warren Buffett said something like, look, businesses with a moat around them are really great businesses. So over the weekend, Musk responds to that and says, I don't care about having a moat around your business. It's no big deal. So Warren Buffett challenges him and says, oh, really? Well, how about my candy company, See's Candy? It has its own moat around it. And, you know, warned Musk, you should not take me on in the candy business. So what does Musk do? He says, oh, I'm starting a candy company.
Yeah, and then he added, in case you didn't, he said, it's going to be amazing. And then he added another tweet, I am super, super serious. Yeah. Not just serious, super, super serious.
I'll tell you something sweeter than that. Warren Buffett said that if you invested $10,000 in 1942, it would be worth $51 million today. That's a 12% compounded return, and that's the S&P, not even Berkshire Hathaway. That talks about the enduring nature of our economy. You have Warren Buffett as one of the great investors. Elon Musk is one of the great entrepreneurs. I hope he doesn't get out over his skates, and I hope he survives.
But Berkshire Hathaway is a fully sort of diversified business with all the portfolio companies they have. The question is the diversification that Tesla or Musk has, will it be as durable as what Berkshire Hathaway has done?
It's way too early to tell. Way too early.
What are your members talking about and thinking is important these days? The majority of their holdings are in real estate and private equity. Is that right?
Yeah, so real estate is 30%, private equity is 22%, still public equity 22%. When you add those up, we're at over 70%. And when our members are talking in meetings all across North America, they're kind of saying, what do we look at? Because it's not just interest rates, inflation, wage inflation. That's an important factor. We have some contradictions right now. That is why they're kind of holding their breath. What are the contradictions? We have amazingly low unemployment, but we also have low rates of participation. That shouldn't be. At this point in the cycle, we should have wages heating up a lot more than they are. That talks about the economic power of the middle and working class, not as strong as it should be. Maybe that's because of technology and being erased. People are concerned about Iran, North Korea, but they're really concerned about a trade war. Nobody thinks that will benefit us. So you have these kind of contradictions. And in a meeting, you know, we have these confidential meetings. I asked one of the meetings 2 weeks ago, how many members have delayed or put off making a decision because of what's going on in Washington. A majority of members said they've delayed. Doesn't mean they've stopped investing.
In their primary businesses?
In their investing activities. So people are nervous, but we're fully invested. It's not crisis mode by any means, and fundamentally, the economy is strong. We had great growth. It's pretty amazing.
It's what you said earlier. We need the certainty. Business managers need certainty in order to put money to work for the next 10 years.
And they just hate the uncertainty. It's interesting you mentioned, the trade issue. Friday was, to me, just the day of uncertainty when it comes to trade. The U.S. leaves China. There is nothing really on the table. I mean, how do you look at that? Does that make you even more worried about the trade situation?
It's like an adult looking at children. If you listen to what Warren Buffett said this weekend about the China, he said it's not in China's interest or the United States to create a trade war. That's what common sense says. If common sense prevails, we'll be fine. Let's hope it does.
Yeah, but it's also in the U.S.'s interest to open up markets in China.
Without question.
So, I mean, you can't have one probably without the other. We'll see. But
right.
If they could actually come back with news that China has agreed to open its markets, that would be a huge thing.
And not steal intellectual property.
Exactly, that too. Michael, great to have you on the show. Thanks so much. Michael Sonnenfeldt there.